Hasport now makes custom axles, which means we can make any length for your Honda engine swap. We recognize some people are building custom applications or are using mounts that might not put the engine in the same location as Hasport mounts do. For those people, a custom axle may be needed. So we've prepared this video to show you how to correctly measure axle length so you can get an axle for your application. Measuring can be done on a lift, on jack stands, or even on the ground. The procedure is similar either way. If you're doing it on the ground though, you don't need to entirely remove the wheel. You can actually just remove the center cap out of the wheel to get to the axle nut. Next, of course, remove the axle nut. When we make our measurement to the axle, we want it at its most compressed state. That means we want to raise or lower the wheel, or even the body of the car, so that the axle shaft is parallel with the bottom of the car.
There you go.
Make sure the axle stub can move freely in the hub. If you have to use a hammer, make sure it has a plastic or rubber face so you don't damage the stub. Now you're going to compress the axle fully into the inner joint and measure the distance from the end of the axle stub to the face on the hub where the axle nut seats. The measurement should be no more than 0.25 inches or a quarter of an inch. It doesn't matter if it's short or long, but no more than a quarter of an inch.
Okay, got it.
If it turns out you need a different size axle, we'll need some information from you. We'll need to know the compressed length of the current axle you're using. To do this, stand the axle upright on a flat surface and compress the inner joint fully. Now, accurately measure the distance from the surface of the table to the end of the compressed axle. With this information and the measurement taken on the car, we can make sure you get the right axle for your car. Remember, we're here to help. If you're having problems with your swap, give us a call, 602-470-0065, or drop us an email at info@hasport.com.